Sup boys, Ludideo here with the class change tier list. So this tier list is not about how strong the class currently is, because that will be changing around, right? We are in beta. It is more of a, how much I like the direction Blizzard is going with the class. Does it suck? Is it good? Is it amazing? I multi-class every single DPS spec in the game to a pretty high level, so I have a feel for it. Other than that, I played every single spec now on beta around 3-4 hours to get the feel, to see how it plays, how it flows. Do you like the changes? So let's get going to it, guys. Oh yeah, just one thing I want to say is there are no DPS meters. There's, a lot of things are a little bit buggy now. So I'll be doing it more in detail in the next week or once it's fixed. I did a video on a first impression of every class, so that will be a little bit more in detail than this. So if you want to check that out, do it. And now let's just get going with the tier list, guys. So one of my mains, Warrior. They're just doubling down on arms. If you liked it in the War Within, I think you'll like it even more now. Colossal is going more, bigger numbers, bleed route, while Slayer is going execute Bladestorm route. Mastery Deep Wounds is gone. It is now on Mortal Strike and Cleave and execute if you're going Slayer probably. Other than that, something's moved around, nothing crazy, but there are some cool changes I like, and that's Sweeping Strike is not duration based, but it is, attack based. You get like 12 attacks that sweep. Other than that, Slam. Now this is a negative and a positive, okay? So that's why I'll be putting positive mostly. You will be slamming a lot. Slam will be important, which I don't like. But it's good because Slam can turn into Heroic Strike, which is kinda cool. Now, it just doesn't feel satisfying to press that button. Even Heroic Strike, when you press it, it doesn't make you feel anything. When you press Mortal Strike, it feels good. Or Execute, right? But Slam and Heroic Strike just don't feel so good, okay? So, Arms Warrior is mostly I like the changes, but if they did something to Slam and Heroic Strike to make it better, this could be I love tier. Okay. Other than that, some very cool changes, and that is once you spear, you can leap to it, and Warrior gets cheat death. That's super cool, right? But then saying again, I don't like slamming a lot. So it's close to I love, but it's not there yet. Now, my favorite spec in the game, Fury Warrior. It's just so fun to play. The highest APM, just smashing things around, pumping. What a great spec in the War Within. Now, how is it in beta? Well, this is how it is. Why I hate it? I hate it because they're going completely wrong direction I would want it to go. I want to smash with Warrior, fast, big numbers, just rampaging, right? Now you're pressing less rampage, more blotters, because your rage generation is lower, and Odin Fury seems like will be meta, which I don't like. Other than that, you have 5 different bleeds on Fury Warrior. I hate this so much. I do not want to play bleed Fury Warrior. I don't want to have a single bleed on Fury Warrior. I just want big, fast, pumping gameplay. This is what I want. Maybe some guys will disagree, they'll like it. This is super subjective, I hate it. This is my favorite spec in the game, and now it will be my worst. I don't want to play any Blades on Fury Warrior, I just want a big, fast, pumping numbers, right? That's my opinion of Fury Warrior. There is few cool changes other than that, and that is, as I said, you can leap to your spear, you get cheat death, and in a Fury Warrior 3, if you kill someone with cheat, you die, and you kill someone, then you don't die. It's like, I think in Diablo you have something like that. Or where was it? I can't remember the game now, but there's like a, cheat death that makes you rampage, like, and then if you get a kill, you're not dead. Which is it in Overwatch? The Reaper maybe? I don't know now. Can't remember, but that's super cool. It's called Kill or Be Killed. Very nice. Also, AoE Rampage will now be a thing, which is interesting. I don't like what they did with Frenzy. Frenzy now has individual durations, which is kind of shitty. And other than that, guys, Onslaught is removed, so I'm indifferent to that. Some will like it, some will not like it, but that's it with Fury. I'm kind of disappointed. Okay. Proto Warrior, the only tank I put here because I just tried it out. Not much here to discuss, guys. If you liked it in the War Within, it's pretty much almost the same, except you have 3 lives now. You have Last Stand, you have the Warrior 3. Same in the Warrior. How is it called in the Warrior 3? Not in the Warrior 3, in the Protection Warrior 3. So you have one cheat death in Warrior 3 and one cheat death in Protection Warrior 3. Very cool. And then you have your own life. So you have pretty much 3 lives. Very cool. Other than that, not much change. Thunderous Roar is gone. Everything else pretty similar, guys. Now, let's go to the next class. And this is the Paladin, Retribution Paladin. A lot of changes. A lot of pruning. And I think this is pruning made to perfection. Why? It's deep bloated a little bit, but in such a good way. Shield of Vengeance is merged with Divine Protection. Good change. Judgment turns into Hammer of Wrath. So Hammer of Wrath is gone, but your Judgment can turn into Hammer of Wrath. Very cool. Blinding Light is turned into Searing Glare for PvP talent. Also cool change. I think it makes sense. Repentance is gone. It was kind of annoying spammy spell in PvP. Now you can have on a Paladin 20% less stun duration and fear duration. Pretty cool. Makes sense. Also one big change, we have Executioner Sentence. Final Reckoning is gone, but we have a new spell that casts Executioner Sentence and Final Reckoning. Very cool. Now, Divine Toll can also summon Divine Hammers, the hammers that spin. Another thing merged, very cool. And maybe the biggest change, Crusader Strike is replaced by a Templar Strike or Slash, and now this is a combo ability, which you press it once and then it turns into another ability. Very cool, very cool. They, whoever designed Red Paladin, guys, amazing changes, super cool, amazing. I like it a lot. Okay, this is how they should debloat or prune, merge abilities for every class. This is very well done. Now, Unholy Decay. You know what, let's start with Frost Decay since there's not much to talk here, guys. Almost nothing changed. Frost Decay had rework in 11.2. recently anyway. So almost nothing changed. It's cool to play still, it's nice to play, but no, not much to talk. You have to choose between grip range and asphyxiate now, which can sucks. But other than that, I don't have anything to say here. If you like it in the War Within how it is now, it's gonna be the same, pretty much. Now, Unholy Decay, huge rework, and I love it. Okay, very well done again. We don't know the numbers, but the fantasy is here. It's like a necromancer. So what's gone? Festering Wounds is gone. It's kind of annoying gameplay, but I'm glad it's gone. Apocalypse is gone. Legion of Souls, you know, that green thing that pulls in people, is gone. That was a nice ability, but so, you know, you win some, you lose some. But now you can summon ghouls on your Festering Strike, right? Instead of applying wounds, you're summoning ghouls. Very cool. And those ghouls, lesser ghouls, you can you can send them to death, like bomb with them. So you summon a ghoul and with Petrify, new ability, you throw them and they explode. Very cool. Very similar to Diablo, like corpse explosion. Very cool. We have a new dot, Dread Plague, Scorch Strike is spreading diseases now. Death Coil is extending diseases now. Army of Death so it's not now Abomination, but you summon Army of Death and it's merged with either Abomination or Gargoyle. You can choose, which is very cool. Check it out on the video I posted a few days ago under Unholy. You will see you get like 10 minions and Abomination and Riders. Amazing. You feel like a Lich King. Fantasy wise, made very beautifully. Okay. I don't know about the negatives because the numbers are not here yet. Okay. So let's move on to the Rogue. Not much has changed on the Rogue side. Assassination. Except Cheap Shot getting cooldown, which I really don't like as a change. It is simplified a little bit now, so I'll put it here. I do have some positives and I do have some negatives on the Rogue, okay? You're kind of forced into amplifying poison, which kind of dumb change. Cheap Shot has cooldown, so these are all negatives, I think. You're getting more energy regen passively than while applying, you know, poisons and that giving you energy. So I think that's more, you know, dumbing it down a little bit. Other than that, the biggest change is to Crimson Tempest. I don't know how I feel about it because I don't know how much sense it makes. So Crimson Tempest is generating combo points now instead of spending them. So now you have both Fan of Knives and Crimson Tempest. And they're both doing the same thing pretty much, except Crimson Tempest is spreading your Garrote and Rupture. So I think, you know, just remove Fan of Knives then. Upgrade it to Crimson Tempest with Talent. It's kind of weird, it's kind of gimmicky to have both of that. I don't know. I didn't like that. Other than that, it's very similar playstyle. I like Assassination Rogue, so me liking Assassination Rogue is positive, and the changes are okay, you know. Some will like it, some will not like it. It's, you know, wins and loses at the same time. Now, Sub-Rogue. I think it's mostly negative. There are some small positives, but the spec just feels unfinished. It just feels super unfinished to me. Flagellation is gone. Find weakness is interesting now. That's the only positive I have. So it's kind of in between. There is one positive, and that's find weakness. It's you have a buff. It's not a debuff on enemy now, but it's rather your buff. That's cool. Symbol of Death only works on finishers now. So I don't know how that, okay. Shadow Dance duration is based on haste. I don't know. And there's these are the things I don't like. Now the thing I like is there's a talent for Shuriken Tornado. So you Shuriken, and then after 1.3 seconds you Shuriken again automatically. So this is cool. If you're in an AoE situation, you can Shuriken, you spend your combo points, Shuriken does it automatically again, and then you spend your another combo point. Very cool talent. I like that. But other than that, and like it just feels unfinished. It feels, I don't know, something's missing here, guys. Something's missing here. I don't like it, but it's not terrible. Okay. Now, Outlaw Rogue, the most complex spec in the game. I love it. I love it. They removed a lot of RNG from it. Rolled Bones is reworked. Now it's working as a... You can get either 1, 2, 3 or 4 sets. It's not like different buffs, but it's like a set. It's interesting. Killing Spree looks different. It's way cooler. Check it out. Instead of, stabbing now, you're shooting with pistols. Pretty cool for Outlaw Rogue. I really like it. Ghastly Strike is gone. I hated that spell. I don't know. It's similar, but just improved. Like, this was my favorite spec in the game back in BFA. It was too much now. It's too much now in the War Within. But it just feels so much better to me than in the War Within. It's not too much things change, but it just feels like an upgrade, big upgrade. They removed some things that were annoying, and they just improved on things that were good. Okay? I really like Outlaw Rogue. Now, Windwalker. Probably my second favorite spec in the game. A lot has changed. It's true. Windwalker had a lot of offensive buttons, rotational buttons like 10 or even more. But I think it's just a fantasy of Monk. Rotating your buttons, not pressing the same again twice. Having many of them just felt nice, felt flawless. And I think Monk was perfect the way it was in the War Within. Now, this might be the most controversial one, but I hate it. I hate it because I loved it so much in the War Within. Okay? I'm not saying the spec is bad right now. It still plays good. Okay? It still plays good, but I just don't like the changes. I wish the Monk would stay the same. Okay, you could polish some details, but not... they remove things I like. So, they removed the flavor from Monk for me. Now, they dumped it down. Now, look at this. They removed Zuen from baseline. This is forever. Now Zuen is only in Celestial Tree. And if you go Shadowpan, you don't have Zuen. They removed Storm, Earth and Fire. I really liked it, fantasy-wise. It was buggy, sure, but it's replaced by Zenith, which is Weapons of Order, if you remember that ability. I was never a fan of that ability, so another big negative for me. You have to choose between Strike of the Windlord and Whirling Dragon Punch. I love both of those abilities. I don't want to choose between them. Another big minus for me. They're trying to make Monk more auto-attack based. Your flare strikes work on auto-attacks. You have a lot of modifiers in talent trees to buff your auto-attacks. I mean, fantasy-wise, it makes sense. You're, fisting, it's cool, but gameplay-wise, I don't want to be auto-attack. I don't want auto-attacks to be so important. I want to be clicking abilities. Fantasy, it makes sense. Gameplay-wise, I don't like it at all. Specifically for PvP. So you're buffing your auto-attacks, you're playing Flurry, you're playing Shadowpan against Mage, and you're building your Flurry Strikes with auto-attacks. How are you going to reach Frost Mage? How are you going to reach Devoker? You won't, so it's a useless ability. I just don't like it. I think it's a bad idea. Then again, fantasy-wise it makes sense, but practically I think it's a terrible idea. And the Sith Lord Lightning last capacitor is gone too. That was cool. It was kind of overpowered, but it's still, some might like the changes. It still plays well, but I just don't like the changes, so it's gonna stay here for me. The Monk was perfect the way it was. Maybe they would just polish some things, but other than that, guys, before we move on, I played more of Windwalker and feels and plays so well, but I still miss the abilities that are gone, but it plays super well. It's amazing. For the guys that didn't play Monk before, it's gonna be amazing. Even for some guys that played it, they'll probably enjoy it again. But just for me, it hurts to, everything that's gone, I liked. And it's still good, so. Demon Hunter. They removed some stuff. I don't know, Demon Hunter already had no buttons to press, right? And they even have less now. Very interesting. But the funny part is, I love it. I really like what they removed. They removed Sigil of Flame. They removed Sigil of Spite. They removed Demon Bite. Who was even pressing that? They removed Fell Barrage. So these 4 abilities are gone completely. And they couldn't have picked better abilities to remove, in my opinion. So I'm very positive about Demon Hunter. Now, why is it that I don't love it? I just feel we need a new ability. Something is missing. It feels empty. Okay, it feels like you have 4 buttons and that's it. Like you can play this on, I don't know, Nintendo 64. Okay. Good changes. Some abilities got merged, so even less buttons, and that is like a Blur got merged with Netherwalk. Very interesting change. Very interesting change. Check that out if you want. Chaos Nova got merged with Fell Eruption. So you have only 1 stun now. Weird change. So, that's kind of weird to me. Essence Break might not be must pick now. So I never liked really Essence Break. So I like the change. Mostly like 85% of things I like. I'm not sure about removing some of the things I mentioned, though. Defensive things, CC, I'm not sure about. Offensive things, I really like what they did. So now let's move on to Enhancement Shaman. One of the most fun specs, if you play it. It's super fun, it's a blast to play, right? Now, but it was overloaded with a lot of abilities, right? It had a lot of abilities that are weird to press, and a lot of utility buttons that are also weird to press. So I'll put it in here. Why? Well, positives are Ice Strike is gone. I never liked that. Hailstorm is gone. Primordial Wave is gone. I didn't like pressing that enhancement. Lava Burst is gone, Elemental Blast is gone. But no, negatives. Things that gave it a little bit of flavor that are gone is Thunderstorm is gone. That was cool ability. Why is that gone? Lightning Lasso is gone. Why is that gone? Wolves got merged, so you're not pressing them anymore. I think that is good change. Either on Sundering or on Sentence. Depends what build are you gonna go. So trees got moved around a little bit. It's, you know, I think it's more in the right direction than wrong, but I also think they removed some things they shouldn't have, like Thunderstorm, Lightning Lasso, and they left some things that, you know, are kind of weird to have an enhancement shaman, like Nature Swiftness, like Spirit Walker's Grace. They leave that and remove these, kind of weird. So I am 50-50 on enhancement shaman. I think it has potential to be good rework, but I don't think we are there yet. Okay. Now, Feral. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to say for enhancement shaman is, which is good, which almost pushing me to positive mostly, is Doomwinds and Ascendance. Ascendance is an upgrade to Doomwinds, which I think is good. It's cool. Because it was kind of weird to press, you know, press Wolves, press Doomwinds, press Ascendance. No, now it's just Ascendance. A big cooldown. And you get the Wolves, you get Doomwinds, right? Very nice. I like it a lot. That's pulling me up, but I just don't like the things they removed. Some of the things they removed. I don't know, guys. This is like the most I'm unsure of. Okay. Okay, let's move on. I'll forget about it. Feral. Usually my least favorite class, but I love the changes. I love the changes a lot. Bleed snapshotting is almost gone. It only works if you're in Prowl now, only if you're a Night Elf in Shadow Meld. So one thing not to worry about anymore. Kinda annoying thing is gone. The most annoying thing. The thing that that put me off from playing Feral, actually. Okay, so that is gone. Some things, some people will probably not be happy about the change, but me personally, I love that change because that was, you know, that's why I didn't like playing Feral. Also, Adaptive Swarm is gone. I really didn't like clicking that button. We have two new abilities, which are cool. One is Feral Frenzy, gets upgraded to Frantic Frenzy. It looks cool, I like it. Also, you pick between Moonfire and Cat form with a new, like it's a choice node with Chomp. Chomp is a new spell, that's interesting. And it's only usable when you're low energy. Very cool, I like it. So, I'll play more Feral for sure, very nice. Now, survival. So many things got removed, guys. Coordinated Assault, Flanking Strike, Fury of the Eagle, High Explosive Trap, Scatter Shot, Explosive Shot, Explosive, when you knock them, I don't know how it's called. So a lot of abilities is gone. Mungus Bite is gone. No. It's negative. I don't hate it. I don't hate it because it's so ridiculously bad that it's kind of funny. Okay? It sucks, but it's kind of funny. You have some new abilities, and those are Boomstick, It's like a shotgun blast. That's pretty damn cool. That's the only cool thing there. And you have some like a flask, like a Molotov cocktail pretty much, okay? It leaves a burning fire on the floor. It's interesting, but it's kind of feels gimmicky. And then we have the best ability now in the game, hatchet toss. Hatchet toss. It's a joke. It's ridiculous. It's so dumb. It's you're literally throwing like this. You know when you're throwing fish from quests, you know, fish is on the floor and then you click it and then you throw it. It's like that. It's a joke. It's a joke, but it's funny. So this needs to be completely reworked. It's it's a joke. What can I say, guys? I mean, go check out the video because I mean this thing is hilarious. Now, BM, the most complex class in the game, made even less complex. Now you have only 3 buttons to press. Bloodshed is gone. Call of the Wild is gone. Explosive Shot is gone. Explosive Trap is gone. Scatter Shot is gone. Multi-shot is turned into trash. Wild trash. So, you know, there's not much to press here, guys. You have like kill command, barb shot, and cobra shot. Okay, that's it. So, if you know, not, it's pretty bad, guys. I really don't like it. I really don't like it. The only thing I like, which is why I don't hate it, is they removed multi-shot for wild trash, which is a cool change. I like that. That's like your pet trashing. It's a good change, but removing, you know, you don't have much buttons, so like what are you gonna press on BM? You're gonna be bored to death. You're gonna be bored to death, guys. And not only that, Bestial Rat is now flat 30-second cooldown, which means the only skill expression there was on BM is how you use your barb shot, and you know you reduce your cooldown, Bestial Rat cooldown with it. Now it's not reducing the cooldown anymore on Bestial Rat. It's flat cooldown. So the easy spec in the game became the most, I mean, became even easier. Okay, it's a baby spec now for baby brains. So you're gonna be bored to death if you play this. It needs something else. It can't be this simple. It's too simple. It's too simple. It needs something. It needs a little bit of flavor complexity. A little bit. Just a little bit, okay? Okay, keep it the most simple spec, but give it at least something, you know. I don't know. I'm sad about this. Now, marksman. Marksman. Oops. Why mostly negative? The spec still feels okay to play. It's not bad. I'm not saying the spec is bad to play. But in the Season 3 specifically, with the War Within, it plays amazing. It plays perfectly. It plays smooth. It plays so good. Same problem as the Windwalker, in my opinion. They made the perfect spec worse. Okay? So, that's why it's negative mostly. Not saying it's bad, it's still good to play, but it was better. Now, they removed Explosive Shot, which sucks, because that was one of the big things that made Marksman so fluent to play, right? Instant aim shot, exploding on Explosive Shot, super cool. Now that's gone. Other than that, again, Scatter Shot is gone. I forgot to mention on Survival and BM is that Killshot is gone, except on Marksman. I think that makes sense. And then this is why I think it's not as bad as these two. Okay, maybe I could even put it in here. I can't because it was so perfect before, okay? It was so perfect before that I can't put it up. But, you know, other than that, guys, not much. You have 100% crit chance on aim shots now with your Apex talents. That's pretty cool. But aim shot cast time is way longer, so you'll be... It's more like a Chaos Bolt now, okay? So, take from that what you will. It's like 3-second cast time or something crazy, okay? It's not... It's gonna suck in PvP. It's way too long, okay? But it hits way harder. I mean, it's hitting hard now, but it hits harder. So, let's move on to something else. It was perfect, now they kind of messed it up, in my opinion. Elemental Shaman. I think it's mostly positive. Guys, I'm just gonna leave melees in the left and then, you know, casters in the right, so I don't mix them up really. Okay, I'm gonna, yeah. So, melees in the left, casters in the right. Annoying thing that is gone is Ice Fury. I didn't like that in your DPS rotation. It's kind of weird. Primordial Wave is gone. I did not like the spell either. Liquid Magma Totem, gone too. I don't like using totems as DPS. That feels kind of weird to me. Other than that, guys, Flame Shock is way better now because it's Voltaic Blaze. It's an upgraded version. Feels pretty cool to click. Your elementals are kind of merged into your offensive abilities, which I think is pretty good change. I really like it. For example, you Storm Keep and you summon Storm Elemental. You Ascend and you summon the Fire Elemental. Pretty good. I like it. And also you have to choose between Earth Shock and Elemental Blast. I think also good idea. I think it's a good idea. So, mostly positive, but it's not that great that I love it, the changes. But it's good, it's very good, I like it. Now, Boomy. Not too many changes, like we have 2 big changes. Other than that, it's almost the same, okay? If you like it in the War Within, you'll still like it. Now, Mastery has been changed. It's flat buff to Arcane and Nature damage now, which I think is good. And Eclipse has been changed too. So you change your... It's a active ability. So if you Rat, you're gonna have, you know, Solar Eclipse. If you Starfire, you're gonna have Lunar Eclipse. That's it pretty much. But it's, you know, before it was 2 casts, now it's 1 cast and you can choose when you enter Eclipse. So I think it's pretty cool. We'll see how it plays out. It's hard to tell yet. But overall, positive change. Now, the new spec. It's a blast to play, guys. It's a blast to play. I love it. It's fun. It's cool. It's mobile. Super mobile. You have like 3 blinks. You don't need to stand while casting. A lot of things are instant, and those that are not instant, you can move while casting. So this is gonna be a bane of every melee. It feels good to play, guys. It feels good to play. The only thing I have problem with, it kind of feels empty. I would like to have an extra button or 2. Okay? It would be perfect if it had a little bit more buttons. Just a little bit, you know? Other than that, I really like it. I really like the spec. It's enjoyable, okay? Shadow Priest. I like Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest was always one of my favorite casters. Always. Now, a lot of things changed. It's still under construction. There's like 4 or 5 talents that are question mark under construction. So, I do not know 100% where I stand with it. I'm putting it in both positive and negative. I'll explain what I think positive, what is negative. So now you choose between Halo and Void Torrent as a hero talent tree. If you're going Void Weaver, you get Void Torrent. If you're going Archon, you get Halo. I think that makes way more sense. I think that's a positive change. Your Void Volley is on your Void form now. Also, I think it makes way more sense than on Void Torrent, right? So I think that's good changes. Now, Shadow Word Pain is gone. Okay, sure. Dark Ascension is gone. That's more like a Void form now, you know. I'm fine with that too. Divine Star is gone. That was, it looked cool, but it was whatever. Who cares? Now, what I don't like is Void Shift is gone. I don't like that really. And Psychic Horror is gone. The stun on Priest. I don't like that either. These are my two biggest problems I have with Shadow Priest. Specifically for PvP. Because you can't set up your CC as well anymore. You can't... just takes away from the skill. A lot of skill from Shadow Priest. Makes it way more simple. On utility side. And CC side. So I really dislike the changes on CC and utility, but I really like the changes on offensive side. So we'll see how it ends up. It's still under construction. But yeah, hard to tell. 50-50, guys. Now, Mage. Mage. Arcane Mage. A lot of things got removed from Mage, guys. Shifting Power is gone. Mass Barrier is gone. Invisibility and mirror images do not reduce, don't have damage reduction anymore. You got new spell, Temporal Realignment, which is solid. Other than that, guys, Arcane Mage. So, why both positive and negative? I like the part that they are removing a lot of modifiers that make Arcane Mage broken sometimes, like at the start of the season 3 in the War Within. So they're removing a lot of modifiers. They're removing, Execute on Arcane Barrage, Nether Precision, Intuition. I have mixed feeling about those. Arcane Tempo is just a flat haste buff. So it's kind of removing a little bit of complexity for Arcane Mage. But I don't know. It just didn't click with me when I played it. Just didn't feel as satisfying to play with as in the War Within. Spellslinger will be more arcane based build, while Sunfury will be more, Arcane Barrage. I don't know what to say about Arcane Mage other than that, guys. I'm not sure about it. Some things are okay, which is removing modifiers, but I don't know, didn't seem as fluent of a gameplay like before. Yeah, one more thing. Displacement is gone. So now you have to choose, do you want to have 2 blinks or do you want to have a blink and a blink back? I think at least for Arcane Mage they should give 2 blinks and blink back. I think it's a good idea actually to remove for other 2 and leave it for Arcane Mage. I think it makes more sense, my opinion. So I'm mixed about Arcane Mage, really mixed. We will see. Now, Fire Mage. My favorite caster in the game, by far. I love how Arcane Mage is played. It's so fluent. It's like a Fury Warrior of casters. Just blast to play, guys. Now, in the This is the worst change out of all, by far. This is so bad. I hate it so much. Maybe it's even a tier of its own how much I hate it. Okay? It's a 3-button class. You have 3 buttons to press, guys. Fireball or Frost Firebolt, depending what you pick. Pyroblast and Fire Blast. That's it. And you have your mini burst meteor, and you have your burst combustion. So once you're out of your 3 fire blasts, you just click fireball, cast, stand, clicking fireball. That's it. The most boring thing they could have done. So Phoenix Flames is gone, Hyperthermia is gone, Lit Fuse is gone, so no more Living Bomb. Blast Wave is even removed. Why did they remove Blast Wave? I don't know. I mean, that makes sense for Fire Mage, okay? You know, Fire Mage has Blast Wave. I don't know. I really don't like what they did with Fire Mage. It's horrible. It's horrible. You know, guys, what's funny? My 3 favorite specs in the game, if I had to pick, they're all in the I hate section. Crazy. Maybe that's why I hate them, because they were my 3 favorites. I don't know. Maybe some people like this, but I can't imagine playing this. Now, Frost Mage, guys. Usually my least favorite mage spec. Now, my favorite. It's so good. It's been reworked almost completely. Icicle Mastery is gone. It's way more simple to play. Icy Veins is gone. Mastery is like freezing and shatter. It's, you know, just flat damage buff. A lot of things got merged. A lot of things got, you know, like your Frostbolt can become Glacial Spike. So you don't have Glacial Spike, but your Frostbolt can become Glacial Spike. Very cool. Like, it's very similar to Paladin, what they did. So your Frostbolt becomes Glacial Spike. Your Comet Storm is built in with Ray of Frost. Very cool. Frozen Orb is following your target. Very cool. You can choose between Blizzard at target or at cursor. Also very cool. So I like everything they did with Frost Mage. Everything. Very well done. Also, Cone of Cold gets replaced by Ice Nova. Another thing good for debloating. Just amazingly done. Really like it. I really like it. Actually, I love it. And that's it. Let's get going with Warlock. Now, Affliction. Completely reworked as well. No more Malefic Rupture. So no more building and spending. Now it's complete dot rot class. Very good. Exactly how Affliction should be played, right? Exactly how Affliction should be played. So Soul Rot is gone. I never liked that button. It got replaced by how is it called? Dark Harvest, I think. Yeah. Other than that, you know, you still have your dots, Corruption, Agony, Unstable Affliction, Haunt. Haunt will be buffed by your Apex Predator, Apex Talents. More than that, guys, it's just how Affliction should be played. That's it. Let's move on to Demonology Lock. Now, a lot of passive modifiers have been removed that, you know, were kind of annoying. A lot of things that didn't make sense got removed and replaced by things that make more sense, like Grimoire Felguard. Instead of summoning a Felguard now, I'm not saying summon Demon Felguard, I'm saying, you know, that special Felguard you would have too. Now instead of Felguard, you can choose, are you going to summon like a big Fel Stalker or a big Implord. I think that's a cool fantasy-wise, makes more sense. Now, other than that, you can summon Doomguard. Very cool. Very cool. Doomguard. Other than that, Big Doggy got merged with Small Doggies. So you don't have to, you know, try to sync them. They're together now if you pick that talent, of course. So that's a cool change as well. The only thing that's not pulling me to I love it is I know it feels kind of empty, the bars. What else got removed? Demonic Strength, Felguard. That's it, but just the bars kind of feel empty. That's why. If there was something is missing, one more thing, and it could be I love it, but it's very close there. Okay, I would do it like this. Also, your Hand of Gul'dan gets upgraded and can summon Eye of Gul'dan now, so that's pretty cool too. Now, Destruction Warlock, the Giga Chad of the casters. I always love this spec. You know what? I love this caster. They just upgraded it, nothing else. Okay, it's same playstyle, it's same everything, just upgraded better version of Destruction Lock. A lot of modifiers got removed, like Eradication, Power Overwhelming, stuff like that. It's for some, you know, passive things, nothing special. But I think it's a change in good direction. Now, the biggest thing is you pick now between Soulfire and Dimensional Rift. That's like a choice node. Interesting. I think that's fine. But the biggest and the best change, in my opinion, is Shadowburn rework. Now it's like Execute. It's like Shadow Word Death. Okay, it works at 20% HP only, and it has no charge, it has no cooldown. It just costs 1 soul shard, I think. So it's pretty much a Shadow Word Death. I think that's a good way to have this ability. Before, I didn't like how it played. I didn't like pressing that button, it felt weird. Now it feels good. I think it's how it should be. Okay. Now, the last class, Evoker. Devastation Evoker, always a blast to play, pretty simple, pretty fun. Now it's even more fun. Okay? Very fun to play. What they removed is Shattering Star. I never liked this ability. Now it's merged into Eternity Surge. Good change, great change, I like it. Other than that, Renewing Scales, also weird button to press in my opinion. I didn't like pressing it. Got merged with Obsidian Scales. Great change. But, you know, wait. Let's leave it here, maybe even here, guys. The best change out of all, guys. The best change out of all. Deep Breath can be recast. You can cast Deep Breath 2 times in a row. Amazing. Amazing. It's so cool. It's so good. And if you play Scale Commander, you get like your, I don't know, bro evokers with you. So you can have like 4 evokers with you while flying. Hella cool. So it's just upgraded version of what it is now, but cooler. Okay? Very cool. Now, Augmentation, probably my least familiar spec in the game. I just didn't play it too much. I know not much changed, you know, not much changed, except Ebon Might is raid buff now. Raid wide, sorry. And everything else is pretty much the same, except your Apex talent, which is the cool part. So this is the coolest part of Augmentation, is once you Breath of Eon, that's like a deep breath for Augmentation, you summon a clone of yourself, which mimics your abilities. So, pretty damn cool. Other than that, guys, Let me know if you agree with me. Check out the devastation on the video I posted, because it's pretty damn cool to see. I like it. Now, if you guys agree with me, drop the like, drop the sub. I will be going more in depth of every DPS spec in the next few days, once the Blizzard allows us to play and the DPS meters are here. Once again, this is how much I like the changes, not how good the class is currently, because these things will change around, right? So if you agree with me, drop the like. If you do not agree with me, let me know in the comments what don't you agree with me. What am I wrong about? Why do you like changes I do not like, or why don't you like changes I like? So once again, thank you for watching, and guys, I'll see you in the next one.